Hey y'all, welcome to Susie's Sweet Treats. Today we are going to be making the vanilla butternut pound cake. So to start off with making this pound cake, we're going to mix our butter and our Crisco until it's well blended and fluffy. So for the butter, it is a half a pound or it's 2 sticks. Let's get that dropped in. And then for the Crisco, it's a half a cup. All right, so let's get this mixed in. Get this all scraped down. And as you can see, it's all mixed together. And then we're going to add the sugar. And the sugar is 3 cups. And we're going to mix that until it's mixed well. Okay, the next step is going to add the total of 5 eggs, and the eggs are added one at a time. Stop and scrape this down. Then our next step is going to be adding the flour and the milk, and we're going to alternate adding the flour and the milk together and ending with the flour. So let's take and drop in about half of our flour. And this is sifted flour, 3 cups worth. Start it on low so you don't spread the flour everywhere. And then we're going to take, and the milk is a small can of evaporated milk, and then once you put it into your measuring cup, you're going to add just enough water to make it be 1 cup total. Of the flour. Then the next we're adding in is the flavoring. So the original recipe called for vanilla butternut flavoring, but McCormick no longer makes that flavor, so the alternative for that is cake batter flavoring, and that's 2 tablespoons. Stop and scrape down the sides. Let's give that just a little bit more mix. And then the next thing we're doing is adding in our nuts and our cherries. And those will just get folded in. So with the nuts, it's 1 cup of chopped nuts. For this, I had pecans, so we're using pecans. And then anytime you're putting nuts into a batter, you want to just add a little bit of flour to the nuts to coat them, and that way they don't sink to the bottom of the cake. So in the nuts go. So those get stirred in. And now we have the cherries. That's maraschino cherries. It's 1 10-ounce jar, and the cherries are cut in half. And these you just want to fold in so you're not creating a mushy mess or turning the batter completely red. So there's the batter. It says to cook it or bake it in a tube pan. So we have the two-piece tube pan. We're going to grease it and flour it. So the way I learned a long time ago is you take some Crisco on a paper towel and just now that it's greased, we're just going to add a little bit of flour to coat the inside of the pan. And this helps keep the cake from sticking. So there's our pan. It's coated with some Crisco and the flour. And now we're going to add the batter to the pan. Now mind you, the oven has not been preheated. With any pound cake, you want to start with a cold oven. So as soon as we're ready, we'll get the cake into the oven and turn the oven on. Okay, so there's the batter. And it's going to go into the oven. And again, that's a cold oven. So we're going to turn it on at 325 degrees. And we're going to set the timer for 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, and we'll see you back when it's done and out of the oven. Okay guys, so it has been 1 hour and 45 minutes and the cake is done. Look at that. So we're going to bring it over here. We're going to let it cool for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, we will take it out of the pan. Okay, so once the cake is cool, you can dust it with the powdered sugar on the top just to give it a little decorative edge. And let's go ahead and cut into this. And there's our vanilla butternut pound cake.